up, guys? Time to show off another build. I haven't done a Mark V in a while, and we took a vintage brass dial and ground it down, and then did some laser work on it and came up with this Mark V dial. So it's got some distressing on it. You can see like some lines here. I think there was some. Oh, there's a couple in there. There's one up there by the one. There's some lines down around in here. Just some kind of cool, a little bit of, changing in the brass, but we sealed it in there. So, brass lasered Mark V dial, and then we cerakoted the center. We've done an antique bronze. We've also done an antique copper. So you've got antique copper case, antique copper band. You've got antique bronze on the sides. This is a darker bronze here on the crown. Antique bronze knurled bezel. Then I took one of these brass diver inserts that come off the PAM case builds, and we aged it a bit, so you can see some, there's some distressing, and we just kind of, hit it with a little bit of sandpaper, hit it with some ager, and it came out pretty awesome. Milled case back, then lasered, so you've got your anchor engraving here. You've got antique bronze on the caseback holder. Engraved clasp, obviously done in two different tones, so antique bronze and your antique copper. And I think it came together pretty awesome. Gold hand set, and then I was able to pull that seconds hand from an antique build. I didn't know if it would fit this. It was off of an antique Vostok. So, I don't know, something from the 80s. And I thought, that looks freaking awesome. I'm pretty positive it fits this movement, and it did. So, you will not see another seconds hand like that from me. Whomever gets this, you've got the seconds hand that looks like that. So, I've had it for a long time. So whenever I would tear that down and use those old dials for restoration builds, I would keep the hands, but more often than not, I can't use the hands because the pinion sizes are different. But the seconds hands have always somewhat been the same. So, backside lumed dial, and then you also have your lumed insert. So bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is recessed a bit. It's got a little bit of cerakote there to kind of keep some tension on it. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back. You just can't see it, so as you're moving, it is keeping wind on there. But if you are not going to be very active or sitting at a desk, make sure you wind it just a little bit before you put it on, because if you are not active and you're not moving around, you are not keeping this thing running. So back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind it. A wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't wind it, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth. If you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with your rotor movement should keep your time throughout the day. But if you know you're not going to be active at all, or driving, what is this? That's annoying the shit out of me. I saw it. Is it gone? Is it gone? That's why I like to take pictures. Some of the stuff you don't see in real life. I think I got it. Did I get it? Yeah, I think I got it. Okay. It was something that was right around the 1 o'clock, so. But it is gone. It was definitely surface. What was I saying? I was saying words. They were meaning something that distracted me. Oh, if you're going to be at a desk all day, just make sure you wind it just a little bit longer. You've got a 31-hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it. It has a slipping mainspring, so once it has the amount of input needed, it will deflect the rest, so you cannot overwind it. Once you're good with your winding, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it will keep running on you. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressure on the keyless works or the movement. Okay, Google, what time is it? 12:29 p.m. When you're good, you're going to push this over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is the build. Antique copper, antique bronze. Oh, antique copper, antique bronze, pale gold. I am sorry. This is pale gold. I was like, wait a second. That is incorrect. I've been saying antique bronze, and this is what's antique bronze. This is pale gold. So pale gold, bezel, sides of the case, sides of the band, clasp, and caseback ring, antique bronze on the crown. So I was like, wait a second, something is off. That's not right. What am I forgetting? Because I was going to say, we've never used antique copper, and I was like, wait, we've never used the other color. Yeah, we have. It's right here. No, we've never used pale gold. So this was new cerakotes. So Lo Siento. Should have started off a little bit differently there. So pale gold, antique copper with some antique bronze. Lots of antiquing, not what I said before when I referred to that as antique bronze. So, and we did some, as with every build, you're going to get color matching beads. This is going to come in one of my, originally when we did these Mark V helmets, we had them numbered around here, but they were not loomable. And then we changed that to where we did circle pips that we could backside loom. So it's 95% correct and goes with the theme. So this is going to come with watch foamer. This is a cleaner. It's good on all glass and metal, so this watch as a whole, non-streaky, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. You're also going to get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged for your acrylic glass, because you can scratch it. But if you do, no big deal. You'll put a tiny bit of this on it, and you'll buff it out with your color matching microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, filling that scratch, haze it, buff it out, and it should be gone. If it's still there, wait a little bit, let that cure, and then do it again. You're rebuilding up what has been scratched out. If you scratch a Cerakote, that is a different scenario. That's like scratching your car. If it's just a little bit, use some gun oil. That should make it look back close to masking over that scratch. If it's down to the metal, you're going to spend some money having your watch torn down, re-cerakoted, and then re-put back together. My cost alone on redoing Cerakote for whole watch is $150, and that's with me tearing it all down. That's with me putting it all back together. So that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. Appreciate your time. If you want me to be able to do something custom and unique, reach out. I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.